Hey Leo, your January tarot reading is ready. I'm Eleanor. Welcome to Pink Pearl Tarot. I have here your main themes with your week-to-week forecast, career and finance, and then love. So your themes this month come in the form of a fairy blessing, and you have a blessing of movement, and you have a synchronistic symbol, and this month you have the waving cat. So these together, they bring a message that things might finally be getting unstuck and underway this month. You could see certain blockages cleansed from your path, holds getting released, or anything that's been in a long time pending state could finally be resolved. You can see strokes of luck potentially, but most likely you could see friends offering assistance, or lucky or serendipitous meetings and run ins with old friends, or just helpful humans in general. It's also a great time for socializing because talking something out might be the key to getting it unstuck. And if you've been feeling isolated, that should be lifting under this energy as well. They're also recommending to be prepared to receive visitors. Now, week one, you have the Hierophant with the Five of Cups reversed. So if you go through the proper channels, you might see something that you thought lost return to you. It probably isn't a physical thing, although it could be, but satisfactory resolution of some sort could be achieved by patiently following protocol. That's for some of you. For others, if you have recently either gone through or are still processing a past loss, they're suggesting to look to tradition because something in your own ancestral traditions can assist you in finding meaning and the strength to rebuild and to keep moving forward. It could be the practice itself, but with that waving cat, it feels more likely it's the support system that comes with it. Now, this combination, it kind of reminds me of the Japanese practice of filling in the cracks of like the broken bowls and cups, broken crockery with gold. I think it's called kintsugi or something like that, but it's a reminder that when things break, even our hearts, that they're still beautiful and they're even valuable. And even with the difficult parts, our personal histories are perfect as they are. Now, week two, you have the Knight of Cups reversed with the Devil. Watch out for what you pour your emotional energy and investment into this week, because there's a sense that you might not see a return, or you could find it difficult to withdraw from that attachment once you make it if you were to find out that it's a one-way street or it's just not what you expected. And I know off the top that sounds a little bit like it's referring to a romantic situation that could potentially turn codependent and toxic, but that's not necessarily what this is about since it's in the general section. I feel like with the accelerated social interactions that are suggested by your theme, that it might just be hard to allow the flow of people out of your life as easily as you welcome them into it. I think the message here is to enjoy the flow and not try to hang on so tightly, even if it's only energetically. I mean, this could apply to jobs or groups or anything else that you want to put your heart and soul into. There's a really important reminder here not to tie your self-worth or your identity to anything external, because external things, they're outside of your control and they're subject to change. Now, week three, you have the moon reversed with the sun. This is really interesting. It feels like some sort of eclipse, like a big, huge, metaphorical eclipse in some area of your life, which is going to vary for everyone. So just take that metaphor however it resonates. This says that there's nothing to fear. The sun is the most positive card in the deck. There's nothing to fear. Everything should be clear. And it reminds me of the times when you can see the moon in the sky during the day, which is always a little weird, but it's also kind of cool. It suggests kind of shadow work-ish, except it's not like you have to go inward to do it. It's something in your shadow that could be illuminated for you, pointed out, brought out to the surface for you to easily access. It's like a really obvious dream where the subconscious doesn't even bother with symbolism and just spells it out for you. And also, happy secrets could be revealed under this energy. Week four, you have the Magician reversed with the Ace of Wands. The Magician and his wand, that's what you have here. Like I always say, like the Magician upright pulls a bunny out of a hat on stage, right? You're creating something out of nothing. So in reverse, he makes things disappear in front of the audience's eyes. You're taking on Shiva-like energy, the destroyer. But it's like it's more like maybe Ganesh, like blasting obstacles into smithereens to get all of the many forms of energy flowing again in your life. This feels like a lightning strike of inspiration to initiate change. And that first act of change is to get rid of something or to put an end to something. For career and finance, you have the Five of Pentacles reversed with the King of Wands. The King of Wands is the embodiment of you at your most powerful. All it takes is the slightest nudge upward and you're feeling back on top and emboldened. You might get a head start on your taxes and find out that you did better than you thought this year, or you might be getting more back than you thought, and it renews your energy for everything that'll come your way in the coming year. There's a meme that says something about like, I have 99 problems and money would solve literally all of them. Or another one is like, money doesn't buy happiness is a lie they tell poor people or something. It doesn't buy happiness, but it buys time or freedom, etc. Or access to the things that bring happiness. So while this doesn't really suggest a huge windfall or major life circumstance change, it shows your situation improving just enough that you feel the power and freedom again. You know what it is? It's that reduction in worry. It's the removal of worry as a blockage that gets you energized and flowing freely again. So for love, you have the Hanged Man reversed with the Death card in reversed. This is more evidence of this blessing of movement coming into play, because with the Hanged Man in reverse, action is being taken. Someone is acting on a radical change in perspective. It could be you, or it could be the person on your mind. Now, for some, that change in perspective and action is in the name of keeping things the same, maintaining the status quo. So, for example, to not break up, if that had been on the table recently. Now, for others of you, I see a resistance to seeing things through an alternate lens and therefore delaying a necessary rebirth. I just saw a quote recently. It said, surrender to change or suffer in a loop. And that feels like one potential direct translation of these cards for some people. But I'm also seeing something to the effect of, don't give all of your power to this connection or the desire for a connection, any connection, so that when you need to evolve, you can't, because the relationship would have to either evolve or break. So if someone is holding back, that could be what they're thinking about right now. And it reminds me of yet another meme I saw, and I repeat this one all the time because it is just so relevant. It says, don't commit to me, commit to evolving, and I will meet you there. So stay loyal to your own evolution, and the rest will fall into place. So that's what I have for you, Leo. This is awesome start to your new year, and I'll talk to you next month. Much love. Thank you.